Principles. This is Practical Prince. Today we're doing Tuck and Tarot. So go ahead and drop your questions into the comments, the chat, whatever it is. We'll just be doing as many as we can within the next hour. And yeah, until then, just to kill our time like usual, I'll be shuffling our cards. So. Oh. Hey, Lavina. Okay. So. Also. Yes, you did. Yeah, okay, and it did cut off like I thought. So I guess my question on the first one, when it says fix our engagement on 20th March, does that mean to set a date? As in make plans for the engagement? Or is it just everybody playing nice again? Hey, Sarah. I'm doing well. If you've got a particular question, let me know. If you just want general, let me know that too. Same for you, Mishti. Just if it's a specific question, let me know. If you're just wanting general for March, that's fine too. Just want to make sure I'm answering the questions or getting the answers you want. Okay. Okay. All right. Let me go ahead and find the deck. Looks like our midnight edition gets this one. I can't even see the cards. Anyways. Okay, just wanted to make sure. I figured that's what it was. But yeah. There's the card. Where is it? Okay. Do I need? Nope. Okay. Okay. And let's get those on the screen. I guess get that out of the way. We've got some detail there. Little to nothing there, but yeah. We've got 9 of Swords. We've got 8 of Swords. And then we've got 8 of Cups. That looks like a no. I'll double check. 8's usually bad for both Swords and Cups. Yeah, and then the 9 from the Swords is also a hard no. Let me look what the 9 of Swords means, since that has some relevance. We'll go ahead and pop this. Yeah, solid no on stuff being set. Okay, so Nine of Swords, worry, fear, anxiety. That's what it usually deals with. And the problem isn't so much that those are happening, just how you're responding, how you're reacting. That's the card in general, not you per se. Yeah. Yeah. So, but okay. So, as far as fixing it, setting it, that's not going to happen. Um, sorry, something in my mouth. The Nine of Swords, you're expecting negative emotion from this probably. Just be prepared to handle it well. In as much as you can prepare for it. We don't exactly know the nature of it. And then as far as the timeline, we're really trying to get a sense of when. I think we already asked about the May, June, July period, right? Because I want to say we asked about those 3 months specifically. So I'm a little hesitant to ask about those again, but if we just want to look at the 6-month block, because that's some new information there, that seems fine. Okay. Let me focus on, I'm going to start with the 6-month block. And then if that's a yes, we'll narrow in on May or June. Eight of Cups usually deals with departure and change. There's a certain element of sadness, grief, but yeah, largely moving away from something. So it's not always a negative departure. It's usually just a negative circumstance that it's in. Let me check. It might just be the 2. Okay, so yeah, just the 2. We're leaning on this for meaning. We've got 5 of Swords and what is that? King of Wands. Let me double check 5 of Swords. I mean, Swords is usually negative, but not all of them are. Okay. So this would normally be no, this would be a yes. So we're somewhere in the it will take time, but still happen, or the no. So likely this isn't within your 6-month block that you were asking about. It's probably going to be after that. And then as far as the 5 of Swords itself, let's go ahead and check that. I'm used to the 5 of Wands. Okay. So 5 of Swords represents battle and loss, conflict, and contradiction. Perhaps you are unsure whether you must go through with the situation due to misaligned thoughts or ethical dilemmas. As these thoughts persist, you must realize that you must not give up. There are conflicts that must be resolved. Think about what you are fighting for and pick your battles. Shows up when you must think before you act. And it goes on, but I guess just in case it cuts off from the question, we'll push that up a bit. So yeah, it sounds like this is going to be, it's going to take more time to work this out. I would say be smart about it, but the better focus would be wise. Focus on the important things, fight for those things, and be flexible on the rest. It does leave that open. So, but I'm pretty sure we asked about this before, or at least the 3-month block. I remember a question about that, and it was just outside of that. So I'm a little hesitant to lean into a no. I think it does tend towards yes, but yeah. So there's some room for that, but I wouldn't worry about it too much because I feel like we already got a yes from a different question, even if we can't remember that now. Okay. So we've got a few questions. Next, we've got Sarah. Yep. There we go. Thanks for repeating that. We'll just do that one. After Sarah, let me just give people the order. We've got Mishti. No problem. If we've got time, Lavina, I'll come back to that and give my thoughts. I don't think that's a reading, though. So sorry. Sarah, then Mishti, and then we had, oh gosh, Wusong, I want to say. Hopefully I'm pronouncing that right. It just does not look like it's spelled, but yeah, so those are our three, just so you guys know. For Sarah, love life or general? Let's see what we get. I'll just leave it open to the higher power answering. And if it leans more into love, great. If it sticks with general, okay. Looks like we're using Destiny deck for this one. think that might be it. Let's see. Okay, so we've got a bit of both. Short-term love, long-term general, tempered pair. So primary on top is the main thing, and then the secondary card modifies, tweaks it in some way. We've got the devil for the love, and then we've got strength tempered by 3 of cups. Okay. All right. Hey, Cornelia. So yeah, not great for love in the short term. Devil deals with temptation, addictions, giving in to that sort of stuff. So this one in particular mentions enslavement. So yeah, not the best situation. I would be very wary and leery of any prospects in the near future. They probably won't do you much, if any, good. Certainly not in the long term. And it's probably not worth dabbling short term. So flirt maybe, but nothing serious you would want to make out of that. As far as general long term, strength deals with how would you say that? Spiritual strength, somewhat mental strength as well. There's a certain persistence, a patience with that one. Being able to endure. So in it for the long haul, really, is the focus there. As far as the 3 of Cups tempering this, we don't want to forget, is what I'm getting out of this. The notes here are celebration, abundance. It's a very positive card. There's harmony, unity with being in the right place at the right time. So even though it's long and you're waiting for more things to come, things are good, and you should remember to enjoy how things are and be grateful for what that is. Okay. So, yeah, I don't know if the temptation then is falling back into that relationship or wanting that back. Yeah. So it sounds like you've got a good idea of what the devil is speaking to then. So, yeah, just play it smart from there. And yeah, I think that's a good plan for now. Just not worrying about that aspect, really. Okay. Cornelia. Yes, it has been a while. I'm well. I hope you've been well too. I've got a question from Mishti. And then, if you'd like, Cornelia, we can do, or no, sorry. I also have one from Wu Song, Sally. But so then after that, I'd be able to answer your question. March month. Let's find out. No problem. Glad I could help. Okay. Looks like we're using Lost Forest. Okay. Okay. That's a light one. I think that might be everything. Okay. Do we have an order to things? Tempered pear. Okay, so we have a 1-2 here. These are the important ones. This is a lighter thing and later in the month. Yeah, I'm not sure when these will fall in. We've got Page of Oceans, King of Earth, and then Queen of Earth tempered by 5 of Earth. Interesting. Yeah, so Page of Oceans, that would normally be Page of Cups. Oh, okay. So Page of Oceans, this one has a focus on curiosity. It also has, more normally, this would be opening your heart and being open to opportunity. This particular deck focuses more so on being curious and seeking those out, finding those things that interest you. King of Earth deals with financial abundance, security, being in a strong place and in a safe place. So, Earth is normally Pentacles, tends to deal with more material things. So, from a temporal perspective, from a worldly perspective, you'll be in a good place. This might not include mastery per se, but you have a certain security there. This was a lighter thing. And let me check the distinction between the king and the queen. Okay, so yeah, this is the abundance, plenty, and security. The queen is focused on practicality, family oriented. Nurture was the other keyword there. So a certain caring element. Um, the Five of Earth deals with loss, hardship. So, um, how these two relate, there's something, someone you care about um, that, I mean, either they pass, they go, they leave, or that they just leave your sphere of influence. Like if someone were to move halfway around the world, for example. Uh, they're not dead, but they're effectively lost, depending on how you interact with people. So, conclusions, things are good for you. Um, you've got opportunities coming if you're going to search for them. And from a financial standpoint, you're sound. Um, nothing really to worry about there. Um, there's going to be a small loss in the later part of the month. Um, again, it was pretty light, so I'm not sure that this is a real concern. Um, you can try to prepare yourself for that emotionally, but this isn't something that's going to take you out and destroy you. So overall, very good. Okay, let's find Woo's, Sally's. No problem. Thanks for asking me to speak slowly. Uh, I feel like we sometimes struggle with back and forth, so I think that helped be more clear this time. So, Albert's financials for this month. How'd they go? Okay. Here we go. Let's get our guide. Okay, those are separate. Okay. No, there isn't anything. It might just be the two. Okay, let me see if I can get a sense of order. Okay. So yeah, first part of the month, closer towards the end. This feels like the bigger one um, as far as impact. So we've got one of the bonus cards, Awaken. That's unique to this deck. And then over here, we've got Ace of Swords. Okay. Uh, give me some time to focus on this. How to put that? So as far as awaken goes, um, it's basically going to come to his attention more. I'm not sure if it's just his financial situation in general that he keys into, or if it's like work that he really wakes up to and starts to get into, whatever that is for him. Um, but in general, he has more attention, more focus in that area. Ace of Swords, basically, that means, well, how, how to put that simply? It's very positive. It's a powerful card, um, dealing with you having the power, um, and the ability. So sometimes it's dealing with cutting through lies, cutting to the core of a situation. Um, but in general, it's a powerful card, and that's really the sense I'm getting from that. So it sounds like things get better. I'm not sure in what way, and it's definitely an intentional way. The sword does need to be wielded, um, not literally. Just he does need to use his power for good. But yeah, it will be to his benefit and blessing. So all in all, positive on the financial front, going up and then getting better. So yeah, and then Cornelia. What's coming up? We'll find out. Yeah. Okay. Um, yeah. Oh, no, same one. It would be nice if I just shuffled it. I don't need to do that. Yeah, okay. No problem. Okay, yeah, there's no cards. Let me see if I can um, figure out the reason or the meaning behind that. Okay, it's not a non-answer. There's really effectively nothing. There's probably going to be little things happening, um, but essentially it boils down to nothing happening. So, um, yeah. Let me know if you have questions on that, Cornelia. Um, but yes, Ferry, go ahead and ask your question. Um, Cornelia. Um, will you see him in March? I mean, do you want me to ask that as a tarot question? Because, like I said, we already know that what happens basically boils down to nothing. So you may see him, but nothing would really come of it. So, um, so I guess I just want to check. Are we wanting to do cards for that one, or are we good enough? Okay. So let me go ahead and answer this one, and then Fairy, we should be able to get to yours. Okay. Mm, Okay, that's a good fit. No, that isn't actually anything. Is it just the two? Normally we'd be expecting 3 cards. Looks like there might be more wiggle room. Oh. Okay. So they're doubling down on this one. This will effectively take 2 slots. As far as, yeah, meaning this one is also the main one. So we've got Knight of Wands. So we're already in the yes ballpark. And then King of Swords, which is also a yes card. So yes, you would see them. Knight of Wands. Let me go ahead and check on that meaning. Shows up when there is a bold, empowering movement in your life. The Knight encourages you to move forward with passion. An important message is about to be delivered. You are embarking on a spiritual quest, awakening to a deep truth. If you are waiting for certain messages to come through, now is the time. This card shows up as an auspicious moment for moving into a new home, finding new work or progress on a project. The Knight inspires those around him. There's fast movement in one area of your life, so be prepared. So yeah, I've seen other decks focus on the quick energy. Let me see what's... Yeah, the part standing out is the auspicious moment for basically moving forward. As far as what part moving forward, don't know. I mean, you're obviously asking about GJ. So this would indicate forward progress there. Um, but we already know it amounts to nothing. So, um, well, anyways. You are also a reader, so if you've got questions or want to go into that more, let me know. Um, but yeah, yeah. Okay. Fairy. Oh, it cuts off. Doo-ba-doo. Okay, no problem. How does he see me? How does he feel about me? Will he contact me soon? Nicola. Let me go ahead. It cuts off there, so let me look at it here. Okay. Oh yeah, and yeah, that's fine. So really trying to figure out what's going on here from their end, really. Let's give that one more. And yes, we might break it down. We'll see. Because basically it's thoughts, feelings. I don't always get sorry, let me find the deck first. I think it's okay, yeah. It's still midnight, so because I can usually get feelings and thoughts in the same reading. Will he contact me soon? That might end up being a separate one. We'll just see what we get. We just might need to do another read right after if we don't get all the answers in one. Which is, I think, some overlap. Okay, that's right. Okay, thoughts, feelings. There's some overlap. Feelings seems to be the stronger one. I don't know if the thinking is just wishy-washy or just I'm not sure. Um, so as far as contact, we'll end up doing that as a separate one. We've got 4 of Pentacles. And then down here we've got the Emperor. Okay. Interesting. So I mean, Four of Pentacles deals with greed, possessiveness, um, materialism sometimes. Uh, sorry. So thoughts towards you. Oh, my bad. Didn't realize it was taking up so much space. Thoughts towards you up top. Um, Feelings towards you. There's some overlap between these, but nothing unexpected there. Feelings um, are more certain, more stable. The thoughts were um, just kind of weak. Um, so, um, Four of Pentacles, um, it's possessive, greedy. So, um, there's a certain want there. Um, it usually manifests poorly. Um, um, I mean, as far as the thoughts go, um, maybe I need to slow down. Uh, the thoughts card was weaker, um, just indicating that either the thinking wasn't sound or um, or that he wasn't sure, something to that effect. Um, yes, this one's Four of Pentacles. It deals with being possessive, being greedy, um, materialism sometimes. Um, so, I mean, in the sense that he wants you, I guess that's good. Um, but as far as that possessive nature, um, I haven't got to feelings. I need to focus on that one. But as far as thoughts go, he wants you. Um, he's just not necessarily going about it right. So it's certainly not a negative opinion. It's a negative approach. So this is, um, gosh, I hate to say project because I don't know how much work he needs. But you'll probably want to give him some space. Um, well, not necessarily space, just um, make sure you've got your boundaries right, um, and that you're straight with him, because he's not necessarily being straightforward. So, as far as let's leave talk for the contact with me, um, because I it's hard to tell with a greedy card whether it's just something they want to have essentially, um, which would really be objectifying you, um, or um, well, it's potentially not that bad, but either way, the approach is negative. So, um, okay. As far as Emperor, because this card normally deals with authority, order. Um, it also has a patriarchal, a father element. Um, I guess you could say manly, but it leans more towards a father. sort of figure as opposed to just a generic man. Um, hmm. So yeah, this is similar to the Four of Pentacles. Um, no, he doesn't see you that way. Um, this describes his thinking. Um, so he is the one being greedy and possessive, whether he realizes that or not. Um, don't know. Um, um, well, so both of these sum down to um, feelings for you, desire for you. Um, but as far as how he approaches you, um, how he wants you, idealizes you, any of that sort of stuff, he has a very controlling aspect. Um, and we get that from possessiveness, um, and just the emperor's orderliness. Um, Coco, just go ahead and ask your question. I just have to keep track and follow through. So just drop it in and you'll be fine. Hey, Zach. So, Fairy, does that make sense? Okay. So, that part I need to do the follow up reading on. Because we didn't get that as part of the first one. Frankly, given how the first reading went, I'm not sure that this is a relationship you really want to develop or maintain. Um, but yeah. Um, no. There was definitely nothing apologetic in his thinking. So that one's definitely a no. We know that. Okay, so these are speaking to contact. Um, and it feels like we've got the answer here but then some clarification or detail on the second one. So 2 of wands. I think that one is special and normally override. Oh no, that's 2 of swords. Okay, so 2 of wands. That's a yes to contact. 9 of cups. So, I mean, that's a positive card. Happiness. It's also known as the wish card. So, when he does reach out, it is with the best of intentions, good wishes. Yeah. I didn't really get any sense of when, so that's still pending. But yeah, when he does reach out, it'll be rather positive. That I don't know. And yeah, I've really got no sense of that. So yeah. All right, let me catch up because we had a lot of people hop in. I'd like to, but I do want to give other people a turn. So, yeah. So, and I am short on time. So, I mean, if you want to come next Wednesday or Friday, I'll be scheduling those streams soon. We can follow up on it then, or you can just message. I guess I don't know if Twitch has a message feature, but you can reach me on other social media. Hey, Gloria. Yeah. Okay. So let me, put together a list. We've got Miss Coco Bay. Oh, I guess I'll be keeping that list in my head. Okay. Because I don't think we can really add many more. We've got Miss Coco. Let me go ahead and highlight hers now. We've got Drishti. And then I think, yeah, Gloria, go ahead and drop your question in, just depending on how these others run. We may or may not have time. So let me try getting through these. How does something like that feel about me? Does he want to apologize and reconcile? Okay, all good. And you can always just watch the video, so. Let's find our deck. Lost Forest. Okay. Ooh. And our bottom drop out. feelings. Does he want to reconcile? Okay. I think that's it. Okay, so pretty straightforward. We've got feelings on the left, reconciliation on the right. Yeah, I'll just see afterwards if I can get a sense of the time, but okay, 5 of fire for feelings, and then Queen of skies. For reconciliation. 5 of fire would normally be 5 of wands. Conflicted is probably the best way, the most optimistic way, I guess, to view this one as far as the feelings. 5 of fire, it's normally debate or competition, conflict in some form, basically. So, yeah. So, in as much as that describes their feelings, they're just conflicted. Um, Queen of skies, that would normally be Queen of swords. There's a certain perfectionist element there, um, but it deals with intellectually being sharp, at least the card normally. As far as what I'm getting for reconciliation, um, the simplest way to put that is that there's an element of arrogance or haughtiness. So while they're technically open to the idea, um, they're not probably not going to initiate, um, and it's well probably not an honest reconciliation when we talk about that. So okay. Hey Toya. Yes, I just tracked the list. People ask their questions in the comments. I am running short on time, so there's a good chance I won't be able to answer. But you can ask, and if these are fast, then well, then we'll slip it in. And if not, we'll have sessions next Wednesday and Friday, like usual. So, okay, Drishti. Will you reunite and reconcile? Let's see. Mm-hmm. A couple decks probably could have done this, but Prisma will be answering this one. Okay. And again, we'll just see how many we can get in. We are running short on time, though, so. think we might just have the one. Okay, yeah. This answer has been oversimplified. So we don't really have a lot of detail here. Four of Pentacles, the answer would be no. There's a certain greed, possessiveness. This came up in the previous reading. So, yeah, that one would be a no. Let's see. We have Gloria's question. And we're looking at what's coming in love. All good. Yeah, you can just wind back on the video and catch it. So. Okay. Yeah, so Gloria, we didn't get any cards, so we don't have any prospects or anything in that regard. So, I mean, for me, this would be a good thing. You don't need to worry about people really. Focus on what you want to do to improve yourselves, progress work or career, or spend time with family. So, you don't need to worry about this aspect for now. Okay, Toya. And then so far, Jelly, it looks like we'll probably get to you. Okay. Okay. Let's see. Oh, I guess we're using that one. Yeah, so this is Cosmovisions by James R. Eads is the deck. Ooh. Call that good. The way you worded the question is very soft. We'll see if we can get more concrete stuff, but Yeah, I'm not getting anything very. I'm not getting details before the flip. I guess is basically what that comes down to. Okay. Um, the Elementalist is a king. I can't remember which suit it is. I want to say swords, but I could be mistaken. Five of birds would normally be five of swords. Um, so there's conflict going on there. As far as how that relates to your situation and whether they're thinking about you or getting in contact, it it doesn't seem like they're getting in contact. The sense I'm getting is that they've essentially come to terms with it. Um, they've balanced it out in their personal emotional account. So um, at this point, this isn't something they really concern or worry about. Um, as far as contact, no. No. That's what I'm really getting from the five of birds. This isn't really considered an option, um, and it's effectively dismissed if it's even thought about. So, yeah. Okay. And we've got jelly. And this will be our last one. No problem. Sorry if it's not as favorable as you hoped. Um, Drishti, I think we already answered that. Wind back. Um, double check me. I want to say the answer was no, but there's been a lot of readings today, so just go ahead and double check that. People are thinking about you, Jelly. Somewhere. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Mhm, mhm, mhm. Okay, there's more, but these are the big things. Um, And yeah, they're roughly equal as far as how much or how many are thinking that. Page of Swords, Page of Chalices. Um, all positive, really. Um, Page of Chalices, people are seeing you as being open, vulnerable with them. Um, Page of Swords indicates they think you as powerful, um, being pretty capable as far as handling things, solving problems. So, and I guess not just in the, um, not just, um, gosh, I don't want to say puzzle problems, not just like the um, common everyday stuff, but also um, matters of the heart, spirituality. You might not have a mastery of that, but they feel like you're doing it better than they are. So yeah, overall positive. Nothing to worry about there. Okay. We'll pop this because I need to get to work. So thanks for tuning in, everybody. It's fun doing readings for everyone. Hope you have a great day, awesome weekend, and until next time.